Hey Cecil, it's Saturday, although technically it's Tuesday because, like I said, I'm recording this in bulk because of stories and because of camera and because of, well, reasons and fear and patheticness. So I'm going to tell you a story that happened to me a few months ago while I was at a party. It was like an interesting experience, a bit, a little bit pathetic, but it was kind of funny to be perfectly honest. So I go to this party, right, and the dance floor is like full of people and impossible to traverse, and I spilled like half my drink, and so I went outside the dance party, bought a new one, and decided to drink it outside in case of spilling it, reunite with the friends I went with later. And so while I was like drinking outside, I was like looking around for people, and it's like this one girl asked me, you know, tells me to come over and ask me. He's like, "Are you lonely? You seem kind of lonely. Like, you like looks, you're here alone." It's like, no. And this is what I do. This is what I want you to take note of this. This is what I do. I say, "No, I'm fine. I came here with some friends, and actually, I'm fine. It's nice of you to think that, but I'm fine." And I cannot tell you how unbearably stupid this is, and when I look back on it, I am never going to forgive myself for this, but that was mistake number one. So, I'm still at this party, and I'm still, like, drinking my drink, and I don't want to go back to the dance floor. So I'm starting to walk around, and I see this girl, right? And she's like, I see this group of people, and they're talking in English. So I stop by, and, like, I look at the funny, and then one girl tells me in Spanish, she's like, don't look at her like that. She's from the U.S. So I, like, tell her to stop, and I'm like, wait. And so I start talking to her in English, and it's like, oh, you're from the U.S., where are you from? North Carolina? Oh, well, I lived a long time in Dallas. It's really nice to meet you, and yada, yada, yada. She introduced me to her brother, who was a really great, really cool dude, and it's like, so I just started talking her up, and, about after 45 minutes in, I said, so what are you doing here in Venezuela? What are you, if you live in North Carolina? Oh, I'm visiting my boyfriend. That happened. That happened, and I was annoyed. But luckily, there was another girl. She was short. I thought to prefer the other. The girl from the U.S. like had these gray eyes, which I thought were pretty. But the other girl was, I think, cuter and smaller and shorter. And I think she was just a lot more accessible. So, blah, 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 blah. So she leaves me with her brother and this girl. So I'm talking to the girl, and I was like, hey, this is cool. We're at a party. Why don't we do something? I was like, well, we got this dude right here. We can't just leave him alone. That'd be a horrible, horrible thing. So we go to the dance floor. We don't do anything at the dance floor, and we go back. And then she's like, I need to look at my phone. I need to go call someone. And I didn't bring my phone. So let me find someone with a phone. And she leaves me with the dude. And so pretty much the rest of the party, I'm with the dude. And it's like, oh, because I can't leave him alone because he doesn't speak that much Spanish. And if anyone knows what it feels like to not to be somewhere where you can't communicate, it's me. So it's like, yeah, I can't leave him alone. So I introduced him to some of my friends, and so I meet the girl up, and so later the guy leaves, and I see the short girl again, and it's like, hey, what happened? Where you been? What up? And she's like with this group of guys who are her friends, and like one of her friends, and one of her guy friends is like, do you want some LSD? And I'm like, LSD? What? I was like, yeah, do you want some LSD? Like, we can, like, hook you up with a little bit if you give us, like, 80. It's like, I don't have 80. And she's like, oh, you're friends with this girl. Well, let me talk to my buddies. Hey, he's friends with her. Why don't we, like, give him a discount? Let him try it out for free. And it's like, his friends, no, we can't let him try it out for free. He has to pay. Well, how much do you have on you? Well, I have, like, 20 on me. And it's like, so do you like, okay, so give us the 20 and we'll come back with your LSD. And it's like, yeah, no. No. That is not a good idea because they're most likely gonna rob me. And the girl was there. She's like, go, like, she's like telling me go away, like, quickly. And so yeah, so I left and I went back with my friends and decided, well, whatevs. And so later I meet up again with the same girl, and it's like, hey, why don't you give me your number because I think you're pretty cute and stuff. And it's like, no. And it's like, crap. Oh well. Although personally, if she hangs out with people who do LSD, I'm not. She's probably not the best person for me. Probably. So, 3 things I took away from that night. One, when a girl asks you if you're lonely, the answer is no, but I'd like to hang out with you, or yes. Um, when you meet someone from some another country, the first, especially if someone you might be interested in, the first thing you do is ask her why she's there. And three, if you meet a girl whose friends happen to be a possible 16-year-old drug dealers, she's probably not the best person for you, and you shouldn't get caught up on it, even if she is kind of cute. Well, that was the story. Bye.